they ultimately buy what you want to have to sell. And usually what happens is people who don't have this experience the following. Have you ever experienced, right? That's not how you spell experience. Expired? No. Experienced. But this is usually what happens on the phone with a future client, and they say, who is this again? They usually like, this indicates that you need a pre-call sequence. Who are you again? What is this about? I don't remember filling out this form. I'm not ready to buy now. I don't understand blank. So like these types of like questions come up. And it's usually because you don't have a pre-call sequence or something is happening between when they sign up and then the phone call itself. And this is from like the client getting side. So as an agency trying to get a client. And this also happens to my customers. So like the relationship between the client and the customer, so like pest control or dentist or something like that, and then the people that want to buy their stuff. And that usually is communicated to me or to an agency owner in terms of like low quality leads or something like that. And so usually what happens is like the uninformed agency owner will do this sequence right here, which is this is the ad. And then a phone call. This is usually what it is. This is what the uninformed agency owner stereotypically has set up, like add to phone call, which honestly makes total sense of like, hey, yeah, you signed up and I called you back type of thing. Or you'll do it for your client, which is like an add to a phone call to a show or something like that. And this space right here is the gap. And this is where we tend to like not talk about what's going on. Instead, we talk about, oh, you need to call them back faster, or you need to send them more information, or you need to do the follow-up or stuff like that. And when that happens, we can get in feedback of, what was this again? Who are you again? I don't remember following up, or I don't remember picking up the phone, or you should follow up with me. I'm not ready to buy it. It's because we haven't addressed this gap. And again, this applies to agencies looking for clients and for clients looking for customers. So dentists looking for patients or pest control looking for contracts. This, by the way, is sales process stuff. If you are a business that sells things, you have a sales process, whether you want to or not. And if you say that you don't have a sales process, it means you have a very, very bad sales process. And there are a lot of people that specialize just in the sales process arena, just with tracking these numbers and make an F ton of money because they've mastered this gap, right? You can't see it because they've mastered the gap. So we're going to talk about how to fill in the gap and how to do and what to do. And I've got my little note card on the right side of my screen right here. But effectively what happens is you have the ad right here. And this could be, you should hire me because I'm going to run your ads. Or do you want more pest control customers? Or can we pest control your house? Or can I wash your car? Or do you want more car wash customers? Whatever your ad or your opt-in or your next step is or something like that. You have that. And then you have your landing page. And this could be a Facebook form fill, or it could be a whole on landing page. Either one is totally acceptable. I found Facebook forms perform at the same or slightly better than landing pages, but that depends upon your niche or your industry. Sometimes for the client getting side, you want to have a landing page. Sometimes for the customer getting side, you want a Facebook form fill. And you really need something that's like an easy yes. Like you don't want to be selling like a $3,000 video editing service with a form fill. Probably needs a landing page. But you could chop that $3,000 a month video service into, we'll do one video for $50, and then all of a sudden becomes very Facebook form friendly and very advertising and easy yes friendly. But let's set that to the side. Add to landing page, and then we've got the thank you page right here. Thank you page. Normal stuff. Again, Facebook form or landing page, not that big of a deal. What'll happen is people will fill out the ad and the landing page, and then that's it. And they won't be incentivized to take a next step or move forward. And then you're telling your salesperson to call everybody back, or you're telling your client to call everybody back. And it's like super frustrating. You're going to get some really bad communications and signals from your client saying leads are bad, stuff like that. It's not that the leads are bad. It's just that we never address the gap. So now we're addressing it. So add landing page, thank you page, everything begins to make sense. What I like to do here is at the thank you page, I like to have a next step or an application here. And right now we're doing blood donations, and it's a blood donation clinic, and they pay people to come and sit down and get their blood drawn, and it's pretty cool. And they still have an application form. And every client that you do and every customer that you do needs to have some type of application form, simply because it communicates seriousness. And it puts you in position saying, well, did you fill out the application? Okay, well, it looks like we're not ready. Could you please fill out the application now? Let me send it to you. And that feels a lot more professional. People pay, sales is rewarded by their sales process, and people enjoy sales processes, and like it feels like someone is in charge and they don't have to think about it. So add landing page, thank you page, application. And the questions on the application are not hard, not challenging. Name, number, and email, how long you've been in business, or how long have you needed pest control, or how long have you needed implants, how long have you been looking for the Argon 18, things like that. And you just end up with like 5 or 6, at the most 7 questions, just as an indicator of buyer's intent. And you'll know whether somebody is or is not serious. The cool part about this, by the way, is that each step you're collecting someone's information, and you can still do that follow-up. But if you send an application that is a higher quality lead with enough to remember and enough clicks and their click invested to remember what they sent to you, and the salesperson, whether it's your client, the customer, or you, can view this as like a really good idea, and you can appropriate effort and emotional energy as necessary. So for example, let's just say like 10 people filling out the ad and there's no application, you can call that lead back not expecting much. And then you can say, look, 10 people filled out the ad, filled out the landing page. I don't expect much from them. Give them a call back if you want. But we got 4 people filled out the application. You should probably focus your effort. And now you can triage emotional energy. And now your client feels better and you feel better. So add landing page, thank you page, application. And then from here, you can do a schedule. I'll show you right here. And this is scheduling a callback. I really do not recommend schedule a walk-in, but schedule a callback. And this is when it's you calling back the person who fills out the form, or your client filling out the end customer who filled out the form. Again, these are all indicators of buyer's intent. Like as they go through more of these steps, you can apply more emotional effort, energy into the right series of steps. And then you can have what's called right here, which is the, I don't know, it's called like a warm up or a pre-call page or a thank you page or a post-call page, something like that. But we'll just call it like the pre-call warm up page, or what's next. We'll call it the pre-call page. And then the last step is the phone. There we go. So like this is the stuff that measures and deals with the gap. This is like more advanced stuff. This is sales process stuff. If you're a business that takes dollars in from people, you should have a sales process, and it's very, very easy to do. The ad is like your normal everyday ad, doctors, dentists, lawyers, accountants, attorneys. If like, let's say it's a family law, which is different than divorce, but if it's a family law, like, hey, are you looking for a family law? Cool, a family law attorney, awesome. Fill out this, click here, take a next step, type in their name, number, and email. Hey, thanks so much. If you're interested, fill out the application. And then people fill out the application. And family law is appeals specifically to men who are getting a divorce, and which is different than divorce attorneys, which are stereotypically women who want a divorce. And it's just interesting understanding that difference. The languaging is very different too. So application, hey, give me your name, number, email, best callback time, and tell me how long have you been looking for a family law attorney, and give me 2 or 3 more pieces of information. Done. They schedule a phone call for like the same day or next day at 3 p.m. And then there's like the pre-call. Why did I put it twice? Schedule a page, pre-call page, and then phone call. And then the pre-call page has like very, very useful information, and we're going to get specifically, and we're going to deep dive into the pre-call page. I'm just giving you an overview of what like a good sales process looks like. Again, this is for, one moment. This is for any, come on, for any business that deals with people and takes money in exchange for products, services. Here. So that means if you're a Facebook ad agency looking for clients, if you have a client looking for customers, doctors, lawyers, accountants, pest controls, furniture dealers, doesn't even matter. I would argue that like this does not apply to e-commerce, but maybe it could. I don't know if like you're selling like a big package thing. Like I know some watch shops that only allow people on at like a reservation. Like you have to make a reservation. They ask you to fill out an application form, like normal stuff, like what type of watch you're looking for. Do you have money down, right? When we did this for our dentists, we found that we never got the low quality lead conversation ever again. Instead, what we had was a triaged conversation of like, hey, we got you like 15 leads, and Mrs. Johnson, I know you're like split for time and all that in your front desk. These are just leads. These are name, number, and emails. These are really low quality. I do not recommend that you put a lot of time, effort into. Maybe call them back twice, maybe 3 times, and that's it. What I want you to focus on are people that actually filled out the application, where like we got 8 out of those 10 questions. There's definitely higher value individuals. They or she have the fact that they've been looking for an implant for a long time. They're looking to get an implant in the next 2-3 weeks. They're shopping around for the best bang for the buck, and they want to have a real conversation for the next 20-30 minutes. And they're looking to come in ASAP. Cool. And it looks like a lot of those people scheduled to call back. So make sure your front desk calls at the recorded time, at the reported time. And we've made sure, by the way, that they look at a pre-call page. There's no guarantee that they looked at it, but ideally they have. And that deals with a lot of like objections and things about you and what you're doing and stuff like that. And ultimately, your front desk can give them a call. This feels a lot more professional than simply, hey, you got a lead, call back. Hey, you got a lead, call back. Hey, you got a lead, call back. And the reason why at the core, I keep saying that, and the reason why feels a lot better is because of that triaging of like where's focus, time, effort, energy, and stuff like that. If you're just doing ad to phone call, your client is going to feed back to you, hey, you know, out of like the 15 phone calls, only 3 were good, so the campaign is bombing, versus, hey, we got 15 or the 15 leads, and out of the 15 leads, 12 were pretty bad, but 3 were really good, and they all scheduled a call back. And that'll feel a lot better for any of your clients and customers. And specifically today, we're going to be going over what's called a pre-call page. We're going to be building this out. I'm building this out for myself, for my coaching program. And once it's done, I'm going to be giving it to everybody inside of my coaching program. And I'll be doing it as a service to all of my clients, simply because this stuff is like so massively powerful and very, very useful, and puts you in a position where you never have to say who you are again, what you're doing, how you're doing it. It's ultimately like, did you look at the page? Okay, you didn't. Hey, Mr. Johnson, it sounds like you actually didn't like the pre-call page. I'm going to send this to you. When you're ready, please schedule your call again. And you can exit the conversation without having like emotional energy drained from you. And it feels a lot more professional. So this is your pre-call page. And it's going to say something like, watch this video now. An example. And they're going to have like a sub headline underneath it. Watch this video now is usually a picture of me explaining what's going to happen, the next steps, who this is a good fit for, who this is not a good fit for, how the call is going to go. I may ask you if we should do business and present an offer on the call if it makes sense. And this video is usually like 3 to 5 minutes. You can have some fun stuff if they're in there if you want to like put in like a password or a keyword, and your salesperson be like, hey, before we get started, did you watch that pre-call video? You did. Okay, cool. Do you remember that password or that keyword? Yeah, it was around minute 30 or so, or minute 3 or so. Oh, you don't remember? Okay, that's fine. Are you sure you watched the video entirely? Because if you didn't, we should just reschedule for another time. And now your salesperson doesn't have to wait all that frustration. And that future client is like, all right, well, I better get my shit in gear. Otherwise, they're not going to take my phone call, that type of stuff. So watch this video now. And then you can put like a line here if you want. And then we're going to have some indoctrination videos. So let's just say there's this one right here and this one right here. Just make them 3. 2. Is that going to work? 3. There we go. And then, cool, it works. I'll balance this out. Cool. And then here is the 7-hour rule kicking in, or authority building, or expertise building, or indoctrination, some type of stuff. You can have testimonials in there, but let's set that to the side. Effectively, what here is I call these like flex videos, where you're going to show them how smart you are and what you're doing and how you're doing. This can be from your resources area. This can be from videos that you've done in the past, like your public speeches or your lunch and learns, or just videos that you've done in the past of just like you thinking about stuff or talking about stuff, your KLT videos if you want, things like that. You can call them flex videos. I don't have a better term for it, but it's fine for now. And one of those videos could be what happens next, what makes a great client or customer. It could be what makes a bad client and customer. We try to work with these people, not with these people, and just kind of forcing a change in self-identity. So for example, if we were to do this for our niche right here, I would say one of the videos would be titled, "These types of dentists get the best bang for the buck." So it'd be a video of me talking for 5-10 minutes about, tier 1 business owners versus tier 3 business owners, and how these people think and how these people think and why one is better than the other. Another one could be the marketing math to getting your first pest control client in less than 2 weeks. It could be, here's the follow-up script, so what to do and how to do so that your front desk knows what's going on. Another one could be, when was the last time you audited your front desk's phone calls? Another one could be, I audited my front desk phone calls and discovered that they were losing $2,000 a day. Another one could be the 10 steps of the Wallet Out campaign and how we generate 40 to 60 or even 100 customer opportunities every single month guaranteed. Like just type of like videos where people get to know you, like you, trust you, and stuff like that. I'm going to show you. Okay, here we go. So here's one that I'm building out now for my own coaching program and for myself. And like I mentioned, these are like flex videos. This one is bugging out, but we'll get to it eventually. So like how to talk so people want to buy your stuff. This one, email sequence. This is, again, my lunch and learns on my YouTubes or stuff like that. And we're going to do some slight changes, but this is like beta, right? So if anyone schedules a call to talk about joining my coaching program, this will be the post-call page where they get to like hear me talk, get indoctrinated, understand like there's poor man's markets, how to go from $500 to $15,000 retainers, how to guarantee, how to create access, all that, create assets, all that stuff. This is like, these are the types of videos that you can create. If you don't know what type of videos to create, you need to ask yourself or get an answer to this question, which is, what objection would someone give me? The objection, like literally the objection. I do not want to pay you because of blank, because you're not an expert. Cool. Well, let's start flexing on expertise. You're like, hey, here's the 5 upcoming trends in mixed martial arts clinics. 5 upcoming trends. All you have to do is Google it. You could say, here's why dentists are 30% poorer now versus they are 10 years ago. And all I did was go to the ADA website and start reading about the changes in the marketplace. If somebody says, we've tried that before and it never worked, you can have a video saying, here's why we're different. If somebody says, we've done Facebook and we never made any money, you're going to have a video saying, here's how we run Facebook ads so you make money. If somebody says, like, we've tried this before and we attracted the wrong type of customers, here's how we attract the right type of customers. So it's these types of flex videos. And effectively, all you're doing is you're pre-conquering objections, saying, what objection would someone give me? And then you're answering them. And there's never like a right or wrong, because what happens is people will spend 7 hours reading through your stuff, or they need to have 7 hours of reading through your stuff and experiencing your stuff before they pay you money. And you just have to have enough stuff on there with their lizard brains. Like, all right, this guy's not a fraud. He's just not well known yet. He's up on his way. People are going to like his stuff. It's totally cool. So just answer the question, what objection would someone give me? And then just start shooting videos 5 to 10 minutes long. If you don't know the objection somebody would give you, you should be talking to your future clients and customers. I don't care what niche they're in, whether they are in your target client pool or not, whether they're a dream customer or not, they're niche or not, just to be like, hey, if I wanted you to pay me $4,000 a month for marketing services, what objection would you give me? And then just have them say it. You're like, all right, give me another one, give me another one. Cool, thanks so much, bye. Hang up the phone and start shooting videos that deal with that. That's all you have to do. After this, after the flex videos, you're going to do, let's see if I'm going to do this correctly. Cool. From here, you're going to do testimonial videos. Is it. And I don't care whether or not this testimonial is in your niche or your target client or not. I was doing car wash and bike shop testimonial videos on my pest control post call thank you page. They don't care. They don't know. They just want to know that you're not like a fly by night organization. You've done this stuff before and everything's cool, fine. It makes a lot of sense. And you're not going to get screwed when you pay them money. So just do testimonial videos. If you do not have testimonial videos, you're going to go talk to people and you're going to say, can I do this thing in exchange for a video testimonial? Just like this. You probably have to ask 5 or 6 or 7 people before you get a video testimonial, but you'll get one. And you can just do a big ass text message, big ass email to all your friends that are starting businesses or have a business or want to grow their business. For example, let's just say you've got a friend that does interior design, got a friend that does personal training, you got a friend that's a chef. I would go up to all of them and be like, hey, can I create a branding campaign for your chef brand in exchange for a video testimonial? They're going to say yes. You're going to say, cool, let's jump on a Zoom call. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and then we'll use that and make sure that everybody, that's all of your friends and family, sees it for only $5 a day. Cool. You do that. You put it on the internet. They pay $5 a day. You got a video testimonial. Done. If one of them is a personal trainer, you can send a message saying, hey, I've been studying about I've been studying a lot on how to generate leads for personal trainers. Can I do a lead generation campaign for you? You just have to pay for Facebook ads, and then maybe you'll get a client. I don't know. But would you be comfortable if I set up everything in exchange for a video testimonial? Easy. If one of your friends is a real estate agent, send them a message saying, hey, I've been doing a lot of work on real estate lead generation. In fact, I paid a very handsome man in Miami with a Van Halen t-shirt and have a ton of money to learn how to do it. Would you be interested in being my beta client in exchange for a video testimonial? That's it. So you can do that type of stuff. It does not have to be in your niche. It doesn't have to be a target client. It doesn't have to be a dream client. Nobody cares. And they're totally fine if they're your friends. It's great. Some people say, but what if I didn't do Facebook ads? It doesn't matter. Like, they just want to know that you're not a fly-by-night organization. Some people will do like, hey man, I know you've already got a business up and running and you don't need more customers, but how's more Google reviews? Cool. I'm going to write up a 5-star Google review campaign for you. And I'd be happy to do it in exchange for a video testimonial. Is that okay? Great. Take a template, change 10% of it, send it to them, get a video testimonial. Done. Right? So like, this testimonial journey is not hard. The reason why it's hard or difficult is because you're allowing your brain to make it difficult. You don't have to do that. And this is the entire pre-call page or post-schedule call page or whatever it is. That's all you have to do. Like, hey, watch this video. And inside of the video, it's going to be you explaining what's going to happen. Like, all right, cool. So I'm super psyched that you're getting on the phone. Want to let you know I'm massively qualified. I do a lot of fun stuff. We have a long history of generating great results for our clients, including this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, all the way through. In fact, if you want to scroll down, you can see testimonial videos of people that I've worked with in the past across dozens of different industries, dozens of different types of businesses, and dozens of different products and services. And they're all very, very happy that I did work for them. Now, what's going to happen is when we get on the phone, we're going to do some basic like back and forth, ask you where you're from, what are your goals of your business, and then we're going to dive deep into some more difficult questions. And for some businesses, this is like kind of uncomfortable, and I feel like we're going to have to do the uncomfortable to get uncomfortably good results. So what'll happen is I'll be asking you questions about how many customers you're getting, how many new customers you're getting, your goals over the next 3, 6, 9 months. And ultimately, if I believe I can best serve you, I will let you know at the end of that 15-minute onboarding session. If I can't, I will gracefully bow out of the call and let you know I can't help you. If I believe someone else can help you, I'd be happy to introduce them, and I will be paid by that provider a referral fee for it. If I believe I can help you, I will show you the exact 5, 6, or 7 steps I will take your business through. At the end of the 7 steps, I will ask you to make a decision. Now, I don't want yes, I don't want a maybe. I just want a yes. I just want to know, and either of those is fine. Just as an FYI, I'm not a huge agency. I'm just a 1 or 2 person shop. And I really don't like the idea of having to bug my future clients for money and dollars and stuff like that. So at the end of this now 30-minute phone call, we will have spent time understanding the goals of your business, presented you a plan that can help you get there, and I'll ask you to come on board. If for whatever reason money is the problem, that's okay. I understand money is tight, not that big of a deal. If it's a cultural mismatch, I understand I'm not a good fit for everybody. In fact, I'm kind of aggressive when it comes to asking for information and getting my clients results. But if it turns out we are a good fit for each other, the price point makes sense, and you're looking at starting immediately, I'll ask for payment on the call and we'll get started immediately. So that's it. By the way, feel free to scroll down and see the videos that I've done about the state of the pest control industry, the 5 or 6 different chemicals you should never mention, how fire ants in St. Louis are fundamentally different than rats in New York, and why the structure of those pest control businesses and why one makes more money than the other, how most pest control businesses avoid making mistakes when they go from 5 vans to 15 vans, and some auditing that I've done with other pest control ads about what I would change if that person was a client. More so, I've got testimonial videos of people that I worked with in the past. I'm looking forward to talking to you. See you later. Bye. That's the whole video. That's the whole effing video. So look, just do that video, put some flex videos on there, put some testimonials on there, and you're good to go. I'll show you what mine looks like. This is for the IC. You can say, here comes proof, all that fun stuff. You see some typos because it's still in beta, and an F ton of little testimonial videos right there. It's this type of stuff that really sets a difference between a gap of, I don't know, 60 or 90 or 120 days, a gap of 5% conversions versus 50% conversions, a gap of barely trying to get $4.99 a month versus a gap of easily getting $2,500 a month. This is what happens. So for everybody that's running ads, everybody, if you have a gap, it's because you need to be doing this, and specifically for the pre-call page, you need to be doing this, just like that. The ad landing page, thank you page, this is all inside of Facebook lead forms. It's totally fine. Application can just be a Calendly or a Jot form, not that big of a deal. You can have some branding on it if you want. So like this is like, it says, fill out this application now, and the application if you want. And then they schedule a time. And then there's the pre-call page, which goes right here. This is the difference between people that compete with me and then can't for the life of them get their clients results or get clients to pay them money, and the people that are like, wow, I just made $30,000 this week and I didn't really do too much. I spent 45 minutes on the phone, and it was mostly like they just wanted to get to know me before they write a check. And they're like, yeah, I've been reading a lot of your stuff, and I know you know what you're doing. do you think it would work in my area type conversations? And if you don't have that, the conversation you're going to have is like, who are you again? What is this about? I don't remember filling the form. Yeah, I guess. I don't really know. Look, I'm busy. Whatever, call me back. And then you call them back and they're like, I don't know, send me the thing again. And that's the difference. Like the people that are doing this over here for the people or versus the people doing this over here. If you're over here and you're getting that feedback, you need this thing in the middle. And this is sales infrastructure. And this is sales process. And there are a lot of people, by the way, that do this as a service, and they charge $5,000 to $10,000 to $15,000 to build this out and even this out, and they just barely do any work. And there's actually a service that's, I'm pretty sure they're making $1 million a year. They charge you 10 grand, and they will get you testimonials from your current clients so that you can use that in the sales process that they will then sell you. Like, hey, my only job is to get you 10 testimonial videos. I guarantee we'll get 10 testimonial videos from your current clients if you meet these qualifications. And then we can use those testimonials in the sales process structure that we can give you a discount on if you sign up for a testimonial service. And it's like, it's really, really cool seeing that happen. And it's not a particular popular service now. So it's very like green ocean, blue ocean, something like that. And it's effectively like only targeting people that make an F ton of money, which is cool. So yeah, guys, like this is how you increase sales and conversions with a pre-call sequence. It needs to be something like this. And we didn't even talk about the ads or the retargeting. We didn't talk about emails, the confirmation with text message. This is like 0 to 80% stuff. Everything else is like extra. Like, yeah, you can run retargeting if you want, but you're just not going to get the bang for the buck as a pre-call page. Like this is like fantastic. If you want to have an argument, you can remove the application and just have people schedule a call. And then to the pre-call page, if you want to fight me and be like, no, it should just be a landing page where they fill the information and then they pre-call. You can do whatever you want, and you can fight me on stuff. It's fine. It's the internet. Welcome to my life. But this is the missing piece that most people have. And you can build this out easier than you think. If you don't have Flex videos, you can figure them out. If you don't have testimonials, you can just put them on there and have your mini tank page up and running, and put yourself in a position where people are like, look, man, I saw your stuff. I watched your videos. I'm interested. I just want to know, like, how long you've been in business and when can we get started? Like, that's the narrative that you will get, which is the narrative that I'm getting when I'm asking people to pay me $5,000. Or you can beg, borrow, and steal and be super flustered and frustrated of like, but I follow them up all the time. He doesn't pick up my phone, and he says, "Who am I?" It's like, this is the difference. This is the 80% difference, or 0 to 80% difference. So I hope this was useful. If you guys got any questions, feel free to ask away now. Otherwise, forever hold your peace. And then I'm gonna get back to making an F ton of money. I think today is gonna be a 1, 2. I have 3 sales calls today, which will be fun. And I don't know, maybe 15K. Probably not. Probably closer to 5. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'll watch this. That's for sure. So ask whatever questions that you like. Hope this will make you money. We got Timothy James Blackburn. What's going on, James? How you doing, sir? What's going on, Timothy? How you doing? Says, can we get a link to this page with your KLT videos? Yeah, that'll be in the IC as soon as we fix like 2 or 3 other things. I'm uploading my the pitch I did to a concrete aggregate company, and I think my carpet cleaning pitch wasn't in there, so I'm putting that. And then I think one other thing. So after that, then we're putting this in there as well. And somebody says, Anto Homon Jr. says, will there be a replay? Yep, it'll be pinned up at the top of the group. Also, it will go on my Flex page. So it'll probably go like right around, where is it? It'll probably go here or this right here, which will be cool. So maybe this is useful. I don't know. Let me know. And ask whatever questions that you like, and then we'll see what happens. We've got Facebook is bugging the fuck out. Wait, what does this button do? Live viewers, but I can't see who's watching. I don't know. We'll see. Marwayne says the screen is not clear. Let's do this then. Maybe this will help. This is what people usually do. Marwayne, add to phone call, and there's a huge gap. The gap needs to be these things: add landing page, thank you page, application, schedule a callback, pre-call, phone call. And then right here, you need to have this pre-call sequence, or sorry, this pre-call page, which is a sequence of steps. Like, watch this video. It needs to be a video of you talking so they see your face, just like this. Flex videos on your flexing knowledge, information, stuff like that. If you want to have an expert secret, all you really have to do is go to their industry journals or industry organizations and read that and digest it and give thoughts and commentary. That's what doctors do. And then testimonial videos beneath. And then all of a sudden, people are paying you faster than ever before. I'm going to stay on board for like 2 minutes or so, and then we got to boogie off because I got sales to make today. So you got 2 minutes before asking any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, or ideas, and then we're going to boogie. Also, I have a burrito I got to finish. Let me see. I think that's it. All right, guys. I'm going to boogie off. This is useful and actionable and doable information. Don't make this hard or difficult on yourself. Just build out a sequence. Just build out a pre-call page for yourself. If you feel difficult with that, do it for your clients. If the clients are like, there's no way I could do it, just pretend to work for them and then just do it, and then put videos in there. Whether it's like, hey, you can't do pest control stuff because you're not a pest control person, that's cool. Pretend you work for a pest control person and then just put that on their pest control pre-call thank you page. That's it. Just be their CMO. All right, guys, go make some money. See you later.